I wonder is this down? Oh, you can see like me sitting down. What up, though, guys? That was kind of weird. Um, Starting soon. Yeah, I'm starting now, man. I'm here. I'm here. I get like 2 minutes of time to be late, right? Still figuring this out. So I stream this at 2500 KBS, whatever that means. So let me know how the quality is, and let me know how this sounds, and then we can kind of get started. I need like a thumbs up or some type of reaction from you guys. I can't see anything. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. So yeah, I was gonna do this as a podcast, but I figured like why not? Why not have some fun? I'm chilling right now, jump on with you guys and chop it up. So today we're gonna be talking about just all things sports cards. You know, who we should be buying, selling, and holding. I know a lot of you guys have players that you invest in. I talk about Trey Young a lot, Michael Porter Jr. Kind of like the 2018-19 class is pretty much where my focus is. But I know that you guys are investing in other people, so I want to tap into that as well. What's up, man? Thanks for joining. I kind of sent this out last minute, so I'm not sure how active it's going to be. I sent the shout out to the Discord. I tagged Gary V in this, and I just sent out a last minute email. So it might be a few of us here, and it may not be that many of us at all. So let me see. Let me go on Instagram. Trey is up like, yeah, man, Trey's up crazy. Definitely thought it was going to happen, but didn't know it was going to happen this soon, and didn't know that it was just going to happen just this randomly. There's no reason outside of pure just, I don't know, psychological. Like I don't know why he's up, but he's up, and I think these are some of the things that I talk about. When the market moves and certain players move, other players follow. There's no like real indicator outside of Trey's just closing that gap between like him and Luka and whoever the other top dogs are. So trying to log into Instagram so I can see some of the players you guys commented. We did get a lot of comments. I should have got some water. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Loved your take on Immaculate. Yeah, Immaculate, man. I think it's still starting. I mean, we see like Trey and Luka up, but there's everybody else is super down. If your player, if he's cheap, if his Immaculate is cheaper than the Prizm Silver PSA 10, then you should be buying them. I've been looking at like some B, C grade players, and there's still some good deals out there. Let's see who we talked about. I got a Donruss rookie trade for 25. I hope it arrives in time. That's crazy. I used to like give those cards out, like and now they're worth like $30. That's insane. We just jumping right into the Atlanta Hawks, huh? Thoughts on Cam Reddish? I should start doing this with like super chat moving forward. I don't even know how that works, but thanks, Wyatt. I'm glad it sounds good. I like Cam Reddish. I don't know how long I like Cam Reddish like long term. I think he's a good prospect. I think he's going to be a good basketball player. I haven't seen enough to just see if he's going to be like worth the money that he is now. For me, when I look at Michael Porter Jr., he's like the ideal prospect. You can tell that he's going to kind of ascend, and I don't know. I think Cam Reddish is a good buy. I like Cam Reddish, but I don't know if he's going to be super, super high in price. I'd say right now I'd be holding Cam Reddish. The Hawks are just so loaded. It's like who's going to be the scorers? Is it going to be Trey? We know Trey Young and John Collins. Is Cam Reddish going to be third? Is Kevin Huerter going to be third? To me, there's just too many guys in front of him, you know. So we'll see. He reminds me of like Kelly Oubre, not in the sense that like how they play basketball, but in the sense that he's that forward that can score. But there's already some scorers like right before him that are the go-to guys. So hard to invest in a third option, in my opinion. But I do like Cam Reddish, so I think he's a strong hold. Oh, you guys are asking some questions. There's like actually people in here. People never joined this. Let's see. Should have never copped this Hero Prizm. Why you say that? You don't think Tyler Hero's gonna come back? Sounds good here. PSA 10. Brandon and BI. I like Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram is. I think he's gonna do well. I think Brandon Ingram's a buy. I think the Pelicans are gonna do well. I think he's going to end up being the top scorer on that team. Like Zion's obviously going to be Zion, but Brandon Ingram's going to be the person who's like winning them games. So if Brandon Ingram stays with the Pelicans, he's definitely a buy. Now, if he decides to go like to some off-brand team, then no, I don't like it. But I like the 2016-17 class. I like them as an investment opportunity. They started off Donruss Optic. They have some of the first like cool looking courtside cards, and I think BI's a buy. Is he the best investment for that price point? I don't know. I have to do some research on that. But if you got some money, I think Brandon Ingram's pretty safe. Hey, bro, I'm like reading everything. Eventually, like you guys are going to like have a lot of players, and I won't be able to get to them all. So just apologize in advance if I can't do that. What do you think about Jamal Murray? He played in the playoffs. I think Jamal Murray's a bucket. It really depends on what the Nuggets decide to do. You know, I think a lot of investing has to do with coaching. I think we have to kind of like look at the game like GMs. We have to, is Jamal Murray going to be the go-to guy on that team? Is it going to be Jokic? Is it going to be Michael Porter Jr.? Is it going to be RJ Hampton? No, I'm just kidding. But I think Jamal Murray's a buy. I do. I think some of his rare cards are definitely a buy. I think all like 2016, 2017, 2015, 2016, outside of their Prizm Silver PSA 10s, all of their cards are way too cheap. Like they're not even close to what 2018, either 2018-19 is just super high for no reason, or the rest of the cards are cheap. Everything 2012-13 Prizm, National Treasures, Immaculate, it's all way too cheap. So if you can find a star from any of those sets, I think they have to close the gap. There's no way that Luka and Trey Young's Immaculate go $5,000 and $6,000 and everybody else is like $700. It doesn't make any sense. Luka's Immaculate is more than like Anthony Davis's National Treasures. Like I don't understand. So yeah, to answer your question, I think Jamal Murray's a buy. I probably wouldn't be like loading up on any basic cards outside of like his select PSA 10 because that one's really rare. I can see that one doing like a Devin Booker NBA hoops type, come up. So yeah, I like Jamal Murray. Hey, can you please rank the courtside cards of Fox, Ingram, Ayton? Also, what doesn't Ingram's courtside say? I don't know why it doesn't. I don't think 2016-17 courtside say courtside on the back. I think that just started. I think like Select kind of was doing weird stuff for courtside. They were like checkered for a certain period of time, and then they were just like numbered. I think the courtside on the back just started. Maybe 27-18, but I could be wrong. I have to do some research on that. Can I rank those players though? In terms of investments, that's tough. I think Ingram's courtside is pretty high. In terms of investment, just because they're cheaper, I have to go Ayton, Fox, Ingram. If whoever's cheapest will be first for me. But I think they all have like similar upside. Thoughts on Eric Paschall? I'm not an Eric Paschall fan at all. Investing has to be about fandom, in my opinion. Like, how many Eric Paschall fans are there? I think right now we're kind of in like a little bubble. So a couple of guys, like I'm not saying he can't go up. I'm just saying that I don't think I'll put money there. Nah. He's a sell if he's maybe he's a hold. The Warriors are kind of like, we don't know what they're going to do. I wouldn't be buying him though. I don't know if he's a sell or a hold, but I wouldn't be buying him. And if you go back and listen to older podcasts or episodes of mine, I've never been a fan. I've always kind of bashed him because I just didn't understand why people bought him. There's so many power forward centers that are just like him, and after like 2 or 3 years, they just become rotation guys. And you don't want to be stuck with rotation guys, rookie cards. Like you just don't. Ingram to the Bucks. If Ingram went to the Bucks, that'd be sick. I'd definitely be buying Ingram. Please tell me NBA Mosaic would be more valuable. You know what? I was looking at Mosaic, and I think so. I think some of the cards we can see some Mosaic rookies for like $2 or $3, like for their base cards, and that's just like really cheap compared to Prizm and Optic and things like that. So I definitely think Mosaic's going to catch up. I think everything is going to catch up as long as the market stays like this. As long as people are interested and they're coming in, if they're a hot guy, I think they'll trend. Do I think Mosaic's gonna like blow it out the park? Maybe not. Do I think Mosaic is going to be a long-term thing where like 10 years from now you're really happy you got the Mosaic? No. I think it, I remember when I was investing back in like 2003, 2004, there was like Topps Contemporary and all of these like high-end rare sets, and like they still go for okay money because LeBron's LeBron, but outside of LeBron, like we don't care about those sets. So short term, I think Mosaic might be a play. How much more ceiling do you think the Trey Hollow PSA 9 has left? Let me know how much it's going for, and then we can kind of look into that. What do you think about Lamar Jackson? I'm not a big football guy. I have bought some Lamar Jackson stuff, and I did really well on it. And ironically, it was Select. I had the Select Silver, the Select Base, and his Select Zebra. I don't know what those are going for now, but I sold them all. I was buying the Select PSA 10. Was it PSA 10? I think I was buying Select PSA 10s for $100, like the field level. And that was like my first foray into like Select and football and courtside and field level. So I like Lamar Jackson from what I saw, but I mean, he's no Mahomes. He's just not. So, but yeah, football's too risky for me. One tackle, you're done. I mean, basketball's getting kind of risky too. All these Achilles tears and stuff. We need new shoes. But yeah, I think Lamar Jackson is cool. I don't know much about him as an investment though. Last time I saw he was dipping, so I'd say he was a hold from just my raw knowledge. Prestige Devin Booker rookie. If Devin Booker becomes Kobe Bryant, Prestige will be fine. If Devin Booker continues to just be like a scoring shooting guard, like, and I'm joking about Kobe Bryant. Let me not make Kobe Bryant jokes. But yeah, Devin Booker's Prestige rookie has potential, but he'd really have to blow it out the water for that to be worth for that to be in demand. In my opinion. Same thing with Jason Tatum. Same thing with, he'd have to be like Stephen Curry-esque. If third options aren't good, then should I stay away from Cameron Johnson? It depends on like how you're investing in Cameron Johnson. Are you investing in Cameron Johnson where you're just like loading up on his cards, hoping for him to have a really good season? Because if so, then yeah. But if you think Cameron Johnson can be like Duncan Robinson, where he has a good playoff game or a good stretch, or he's just like even though he's like a third option, he's really important to the offense, then no. I wouldn't be buying Cameron Johnson because he's just too risky of a play. I'm not. I have like anxiety. I'm not somebody who likes to be stuck with cards. If you know me, if you've bought cards from me, I just sell cards for like way under comps just to get rid of them and at a profit because I'm not somebody who likes to be stuck with cards. So I wouldn't be buying Cameron Johnson if that's what you're asking. But if you already have him, he's in a good offense and he could have a chance to be Duncan Robinson-esque if he can actually shoot that well. And that one game he played, I remember he played a really good game and he was balling that game. So we'll see. I don't think there's enough data on Cameron Johnson to know if we should be buying or selling him right now. He's kind of he's kind of one of those guys that's so cheap, you have no option but to buy. Like if you sell him, you're not going to get much. Klay Thompson, I don't know where you're doing with your Klay rookies. I don't have any Klay rookies, but I have no choice but to hold Klay. I think that Klay's part of the 2012-13 class, and he doesn't have to play to go up, which we've seen. Like, he didn't play last year, and he went up. So if the 2012-13 class continues to perform, especially if, like, Kyrie goes out there and does something crazy to kind of boost it up, then I think Klay will continue to rise. He's obviously going to take a healthy dip, but he'll continue to rise. Am I really loud? Because I'm looking at the levels on the camera, and they're like up there. Did I miss Ben Simmons talking? No, you did not. No, you did not. We have not talked about Ben Simmons. Thoughts on investing in Duo as a strategy? I don't know who that is. Is that a person or is that a tandem? I'm sorry. Kevin Durant, most of his attention is on his Topps Chrome, but his Bowman Sterling cards look really nice and get zero attention. So that's kind of like what I was talking about earlier. Bowman Sterling is one of those sets that was like when it came out, it was cool, but then we just kind of forgot about it. Kevin Durant's, luckily, he's a top tier player. So if Kevin Durant comes out and he's just doing Kevin Durant things, his Bowman Sterling is going to go up. If Kevin Durant comes out and he does Kevin Durant things, everything is going to go up. It doesn't matter if it's uh, Fleer base card. It's gonna go up. It's where the hobby is desperate for somebody to take over. We're desperate for somebody to like fill LeBron James's shoes, and I think that's all whoever that player is, whether it's Kevin Durant, whether it's Luka, whether it's Trey Young, because I played 2K and they had Trey Young being an MVP, that player is just going to go parabolic. I believe so. So, yeah. I'm investing heavily in Kyle Kuzma. I believe he'll stay in LA majority of his career. I like Kuzma. I'm from Michigan, Flint. I like Kuzma. I don't know if I like Kuzma enough to buy him, but I'm right with you. If he stays in LA and he plays alongside LeBron or Anthony Davis, and LA just continues to be LA, all it would take for Kuzma to go up is for him to play well. So if he can figure that out, then great. But he's another third option, so it's kind of risky. If he can do well, he'll have to hit shots when they matter. Then you'll probably see a solid rise in your investment with Kuzma. But there's also the chance that he's just whoever else played with LeBron, and we don't remember those players. Kevin Love is way better than Kyle Kuzma, and that didn't work out too well. So just be careful. I think those kind of investments are safe because you can't really lose like too much, because at the very least I think you'll break even. So there's nothing wrong with a break even guy. I think people need more break even guys. Sounds good. No PC. Do I have a personal collection? Yes. I collect Bruno Caboclo. I went to a Pistons game and I saw Bruno play. Bruno's the whole reason I'm back into basketball cards. He was like super tall and lanky, and he was like shooting all these threes. And I was like, who the hell is this guy? And why is he dominating my team like that? And I went home and looked him up, and I was like, I wonder how much his basketball cards cost, because he was doing that well. I thought he was like the GOAT. And they were like $1. So I just bought a bunch of them. And yeah, that's kind of how it started. So I haven't bought a Bruno Caboclo card in a long time, but I have a really sick collection, like Prizm Gold, BGS 9.5, or there's some good stuff in there. So if Houston dismantles their team and Bruno kind of comes out and dunks on Giannis, then I'll be looking pretty good. Let's keep these questions coming. Let's keep them coming. I'm probably gonna. How long have I been on? Let me know how long I've been on, guys, because I have no idea. I probably want to do like 20 or 30 minutes. Are we close to that? Thoughts on Jackson Hayes being Zion's teammate will add more of an audience. I like Jackson Hayes, but just as a basketball player, I don't like him as an investment. When he was mad that he got snubbed from the All-Star game or the rookie All-Star game, that kind of rubbed me wrong. Kind of made me feel like he was a little envious of Zion, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm just speculating. But I mean, he's just another center. If Rudy Gobert can't go up, then I don't know about Jackson Hayes. But obviously these are old rules. The old rules are centers don't go up. But I think the rules are going to change pretty soon. But I probably wouldn't be buying Jackson Hayes. If I'm buying a center, I'm buying DeAndre Ayton. I think Jackson Hayes is a hold if you have him, but I wouldn't be buying him. Just wanted to get your thoughts on Jaren Jackson Jr. He's still super young, has a lot of potential, and he can't rebound to save his life. I like Jaren Jackson Jr. I like John Morant. I like John Morant a lot. Like, I'm really into John Morant right now. I was hating on John Morant all season, and then something just switched. I like him a lot. I like Memphis. I even like Brandon Clark. I make so many Brandon Clark jokes, and I like Brandon Clark. I like what they're doing down there. I think Jaren Jackson Jr. is underrated in terms of his price points. He'll have to do a little more for me. Like, he obviously has the offense down. He'll have to rebound. He's going to have to become a better defender. But they're so young, and hopefully they don't get injured, because that's scary the way they play down there. But I like their energy, man. They're tough, and I think when you're tough and you're vocal, that's going to bode well for you, especially within the hobby. So I think Jaren Jackson Jr. is a buy right now. I don't know if he's a short-term flip or how the investment's going to play out, but I think his prices are low enough that he's a buy. Thank you for doing this. Appreciate it. No problem, man. No problem. On your podcast, I heard you say Kobe's EX credentials. What do you think about the non-serial number with the green clouds? I don't know much about EX besides that it's a very popular set. I actually think I have a EX Iverson card somewhere in a bin. It was similar to what I said about Revolution. I think EX credentials is a super high-end set, and I think that people will go back and buy the base. I think right now we're kind of in a Prizm Chrome era, though. I don't think the modern investor is intelligent. That's the wrong word. That's mean. I don't think the modern investor is aware enough of EX to like go buy the base card right now. So there would have to be like an influencer or somebody to educate him on that. But because the Kobe market isn't like super high right now, I don't think that's going to happen too soon. I think over time it's a really good investment. But again, remember, Kobe's the first player that we care about that has multiple rookie cards. Like there was Jordan, he had Fleer, and that was it. And then there's Kobe, who has a ton of rookie cards. So he's going to be the person to really decide how this works. Do we care about all the other cards, or do we just care about the Topps Chrome, or do we just care about whatever his popular card is? So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. I'm going to continue to watch it. But if the EX is going for like 50 grand, best believe the base card's probably going to go up as well, because they're super hard to grade. Let's see. Thoughts on Chris Paul rookie cards? I don't know. It depends on how Phoenix does. If you would have asked me this before the trade, it would have obviously been a no. I would have said no the entire time on Chris Paul since I've started this channel, and that would have been wrong. So people went back and they bought those. They bought like future Hall of Famers. So I don't know if I think Chris Paul's a buy. I think it's all up to Devin Booker. I don't like to invest in guys that are dependent on another guy, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's a no for me. If I had Chris Paul, I'd be selling him right now. I just don't see it. I don't see the appeal. I don't understand. But again, I've been wrong on that. So, if he's low enough for you, then he might be a buy, but I don't see it. He's a sell for me. I would be selling Chris Paul now. He has a little buzz. People are buying him. I'd be out of there. So appreciate the answer, man. One last question. Thoughts on Wendell Carter Jr.? I think that Billy Donovan can really utilize him properly. He can eat with the new Bulls. I think he falls into that center role. Outside of DeAndre Ayton, I'm just not a big fan of these current centers. I think the Bulls, if they can figure out their offense, then Wendell could definitely eat. But if they're trading Zach LaVine, if they're shopping people, I got to stay away. Like, I have to stay away if they're shopping people, because I don't want to invest in a team that's going to go 21 and 50 or whatever the case may be. Now, if you're talking Kobe White, they seem to be building around him. I'd be buying him. But Wendell Carter Jr., if DeAndre Ayton's not a stud, I just don't see how Wendell could be a stud. Like, I don't see how that he can go up any higher. But picking up a few cards just to kind of, hedge, if he's cheap enough, I'd say he's a buy. I gotta get some water. I'm about to die. All right, note to future me: keep water on deck. Sorry, let's do a few more of these guys, and then I'll call it quits, because I want to upload this as a podcast, or I'm going to try. Oh, I didn't record it. I'm so bad at this, guy. I'm so bad at this. I've been trying to stream for so long, and it's so hard. It's just, it's tough for me. All right, let's see what else we got. Do you believe Select will fully take over? No, I don't. I believe Courtside will. I'm like burping now. I don't know. I don't believe Select will. I don't know. It's so hard. I believe it should. I don't know if the market's going to pull it over, though. I think the market's content with Prizm. I think Prizm's a retail product, and Panini needs retail products to be the hot card, because we need people to go to the stores and buy them. So for that matter, I think people are always going to be familiar with Prizm, while I think Select's going to be for the serious people. So as long as Select's for the serious investor or the hardcore collector, then I don't think it's going to take over Prizm, because the familiarity won't be there. It's about memories, and times are changing. That's why I'm saying I don't know. So let me get into this one. This is something I've been thinking about a lot. So the idea of sports cards is everybody has the same story. It's the same thing as cameras. Oh, my granddad or my dad, we went to the store. So that store, that store that needs to be there. That's a part of the equation. Getting sports cards from the store You remember that. You remember that set. You remember opening that pack. That doesn't happen anymore. No one's going to stores and buying packs of cards. You can't find them. No one's like, I remember going to the store with my dad. I remember going to the store with my dad. We couldn't find nothing, so we went on eBay and we bought cards. So I think the story's changing, and if the story changes, then yes, Select can like top it and be the best. But if the story remains like I went to the store with my dad, then whatever's at the store is going to be the popular set. So those two things haven't played out yet. But yeah, no one's having memories with their dads anymore, going to the store and buying cards. Dad's buying boxes of cards, and that's why I kind of like paper cards, because they're cheap. You know, it's dads aren't buying boxes of Select and opening with their kids because it costs thousands of dollars. So it's just crazy, and I don't know how it's going to play out. Based on the numbers, though, it looks like Panini wants Select to be a top tier set. It's super limited. The box breaking experience is way better. The photographs are better. They're in-game photographs. I think people forget that. Courtside is in-game photographs. Select is in-game photographs. Nothing else is. Optic is just somebody posing in front of a studio. Like, that's whack. Select is in-game. So, yes, it should be over. I like Select. I'm very biased. So, yeah. Sorry, Prizm people. Let's see what else we got. I'm going to do 3 more. Yu-Gi-Oh! Making a run after Pokemon. I don't know, but same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! My thoughts on Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that my daughter does not know what a blue-eyed white dragon is. My daughter does know Pikachu. I've never showed her Pikachu. I don't watch Pokemon. I don't talk about Pokemon around her, but she knows who Pikachu is. So that bothers me a little bit. I don't have a boy, so I don't know if boys know who blue-eyed white dragon is. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Growing up, and I had a lot more fun with Yu-Gi-Oh! Than I did Pokemon. I actually played Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon, I just bought the packs, and that was it. Yu-Gi-Oh! I built like a deck. It was very serious, very serious. So I think it will catch up, but like not all the way up. All right, 2 more sports cards questions. This is sick. Thank you. Oh, I didn't mean to read your question. You tricked me. Thoughts on Zion Chronicles for short-term investment, or Zion best value? Subscribe. Sports Cards Pick of the Week just came out, and we talked about the best Zion value. I'll give that much away. So, in terms of his Chronicles, that's tough. In terms of his Chronicles, I probably hold off. I think there's better plays out there right now. I think you buy the Chronicles once the other plays exhaust themselves. But yeah, sign up for the Sports Cards Pick of the Week. Links in the description, maybe. I don't know if it is. I probably should have put it there. But yeah, it's in there. Everyone likes Select. Everyone does like Select. I was an Optic fanboy for quite some time, and then I found out about Select, and I was like, oh man, why are we buying other cards? What LeBron should I go after? What's your LeBron budget? We'll make this the last question. What's your LeBron budget? And then we'll see which one you should go after. I guess I can do one in between then. What Kristaps Porzingis card value match Luka's long term? That's kind of I don't know if you asked that properly. Like, what's the best Kristaps Porzingis card? I think they're all a pretty good value. Porzingis is going to be injured during the start of the season, so he may go down, like if he's not playing. But then again, if the Mavericks are doing good, he may go up. His best card, I think his Select Courtside is a really good value right now. I've been buying older Courtside cards. I'll give you guys that. Oh shit! I almost knocked down this whole thing. I'll give you guys that. I think Courtside, and yeah, I think you got to go with the Courtside Silver. I think his Prizm Silver is kind of expensive. I think his base goes for like $250, I want to say, for the PSA 10. And I feel like the Courtside Silver is like the same price as the base. So I'm going that route all day. And I hate to have that boring answer. I know you're tired of me talking about Courtside, but that's just the answer. $200 to $500. Oh man, that's what LeBron card goes for that much. I don't know. It's kind of I will have to look at some information to really answer this. So, join the Discord. We could talk about it. I'd probably have to go with like a Topps Chrome Refractor, like one of the second or third year cards. I know that's kind of risky, but for $200 to $500, I think that's your best bet. I don't know if I want a really low end LeBron rookie. You know, I don't know if I want that. Maybe rookie exclusives. I like those, but I think they might be. I think they're in that price point. Maybe rookie exclusives, but I don't know how those are going to bode in terms of like an investment. Like if you hold a rookie exclusive with LeBron for 15 years, I don't know how much it's going to appreciate. First, I'm checking one of these. New to the basketball cards. You do great work. Thanks. This is actually my first time doing this. So it's your first time and it's my first time, and we're just first timing it out here. This was super last minute. I just couldn't get enough energy to do a podcast. I've been going crazy today, like trying to really bash this content. And I was like, you know what? If I record this and have to edit it, I'm not going to do it. So just trying to stay true to my word. And I jumped on this live, and this is a lot easier. I like this. I think we should do this twice a month. Is twice a month too much? Once a month? Let me know what you guys think, and then we'll go ahead and end it. But I do like this format because I could do this every day. This is that easy. Who's Drew? Oh, he was talking to somebody in the comments. Look at you guys talking to each other. I like that. Make sure you guys like follow each other. I think that's super important, like to have a community here. I've been selling some cards, and since I've been building this platform, I've been selling cards like on Instagram, not on eBay. And the experience of that is just so much better. Like, it's no fees, no like random returns. I think, you know, kind of talking to each other. That's why we're kind of building the Discord. I don't allow like selling and buying in the Discord just because I don't want to be liable. But like, you know, you can always message a guy or whatever. But I think if you're going to be a part of the sports cards investing, you know, community, or that's what you decide to do, it's really important to also invest in the community and follow people and reach out to them and comment, because if you have a Trey Young card or a Jason Tatum card, it's going to be a lot easier to sell to that person than it is to be, you know, put it on eBay. eBay should be like the last resort. So yeah, I think I'm going to, this is the last one. What's Trey's best buy right now under 500? They're also high now. They just went kind of high out of nowhere. I think the only cards you can get under 500 is, I think Select Concourse might be underrated, just because it's not as populated. I think Select as a whole is going to be dope. I think people might be sleeping on the Premier cards. I know they're not that visually pleasing, so I probably go with Select if I was just buying a low end card. It's crazy that this is low end. $250 is low end. That's just insane. Yeah, cards are getting pretty crazy. All right, guys, so I'm going to head out. Don't forget about the Panini Black giveaway we're going to be doing at the end of the month. I'm going to live stream that as well. Thinking about doing like a 2-camera setup so you can see me and then you can see me opening it. It's like 5 cards. So maybe we'll do like another one of these and then do the giveaway at the end, because opening up 5 cards is boring, or, you know, right? So all you have to do to be a part of that is join the newsletter, which is in the description below. I'll pick a random person from the newsletter, and then we'll do some giveaways. If you haven't signed up for the membership, do so. Don't do so. It's totally up to you, but it helps me create content like this and just do so every day. So yeah, I'm going to head out. It's too risky to buy raw cards. I just can't leave, right? Can't leave without reading. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. I'm going to upload this, and yeah, shoot me a DM. Let me know what you thought about this, because I really want some feedback. Can it be better? You know, what can I do? All that good stuff. But yeah.